year 480 BC, the ancient world stood at the edge of submission or survival. The Persian Empire, the largest empire the world had ever known, stretched from India to Egypt. Its king, Xerxes the Great, commanded land and sea, gold and men, gods and fear. His goal was simple: to crush the rebellious Greek city-states once and for all.
By the salt and earth of our homeland, wine we swear. This salt and earth, I swear, a final.
10 years earlier, Persia had tasted defeat at Marathon. That humiliation burned in the memory of the empire. Now Xerxes returned, not for revenge alone, but for domination.
Never! We will not bow to Persia. You choose destruction. Earth and water. You will submit!
Athens was abandoned. Its people fled. Its temples burned. But the Greeks did not surrender. Instead, they placed their faith in a prophecy from Delphi, a single line that would decide history. Only the wooden walls shall not fall. Many believed it meant the walls of Athens. One man knew better. Themistocles, an Athenian statesman and strategist, understood that wooden walls meant ships, not stone, not armies, but the sea.
And more Viremes on the left, scribing it all. The satrap must...
As the Persian army marched south and their fleet followed along the coast, Themistocles convinced the Greeks to make a final stand in a narrow stretch of water, a place called Salamis. There, numbers would not matter. There, size would become a weakness, and there, an empire would sail into a trap. The Persian fleet was immense. Hundreds of ships. Phoenician, Egyptian, Ionian. Fast, powerful, and terrifying in open water.
Check the lines and tighten them. Aye, checking the lines.
The Greek fleet was smaller, poorer, outnumbered. But Salamis was not open water. It was narrow, confined, chaotic. Xerxes believed the Greeks were retreating. That fear had broken them. That victory was inevitable. This belief was no accident. Themistocles sent a secret message to Xerxes, claiming that the Greek alliance was collapsing, that their fleet planned to flee under cover of night. Xerxes took the bait. He ordered his fleet into the straits of Salamis. At dawn, the Persian ships advanced. They crowded the narrow waters. Their formations broke. Then the Greeks attacked. Triremes surged forward. Bronze rams struck wood. Oars shattered. Ships collided. The heavier Persian vessels could not maneuver. The Greeks, trained for these waters, struck again and again. Even Queen Artemisia, commander in the Persian fleet, warned Xerxes this was a mistake. He did not listen. From his golden throne on Mount Agelaos, Xerxes watched as his fleet collapsed into chaos. What was meant to be a spectacle of conquest became a vision of disaster.
This letter will seal their doom. They will think us weak, but we are the hunters. Victory is ours.
By nightfall, the sea was filled with wreckage. Persian ships burned or sank. Thousands drowned. The greatest navy on Earth was broken. Xerxes still had a massive army on land,
Rushing in blind will cost
but
us
without
everything.
naval control,
Strike together.
supply lines failed. Winter was coming. Rebellion threatened. The king retreated to Asia. The invasion of Greece was over. Salamis did more than win a battle. It changed history. Athens survived. Greek culture endured. Democracy, philosophy, and Western civilization were given time to breathe. An empire learned that power alone does not guarantee victory, that intelligence can defeat numbers, that geography can defeat arrogance. The Battle of Salamis was not the largest battle of antiquity. It was the most decisive, because in those narrow waters,
Now, your Vivet, it is too great a risk to miss the place. Hesitation will doom us
Equals
all.
at dawn. We take Salamis, then the Empire is ours.
the Battle of Salamis did not end the Greco-Persian Wars, but it changed their direction forever. For the first time, the Persian Empire was not simply delayed, it was decisively checked. Xerxes still commanded the greatest army on Earth, but his greatest weapon had been broken at sea. Without naval control, Persia could not supply its massive forces in Greece. The Aegean was no longer safe. Persian ships retreated east. The illusion of invincibility shattered with them. Xerxes returned to Asia, leaving his general Mardonius behind with a powerful land army. The war was not over, but Persia was now fighting on Greek terms. 1 year later, in 479 BCE, the Greeks finished what Salamis had begun. At Plataea, the Persian land army was destroyed. On the same day, at Mycale, the Persian fleet was defeated again. The invasion of Greece was over. Persia remained a vast and powerful empire for another century and a half. It did not collapse, but it never again attempted to conquer mainland Greece. The balance of the ancient world had shifted. For Greece, Salamis was more than a victory. It was survival. Athens, rebuilt from ashes, rose stronger than before. Its navy became the dominant power of the Aegean. From this moment came the Athenian Golden Age. Democracy, philosophy, drama, history, and science flourished. The ideas born in the aftermath of Salamis would one day shape Rome, and through Rome, much of the modern world. Salamis proved something new in human history, that a smaller force, united by strategy and freedom, could defeat an empire built on scale and fear. It was not the end of Persia, and it was not the beginning of Greece. But it was the moment the world learned that power alone does not decide history. Sometimes, history turns in narrow waters.